Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Travis at North Carolina Gardening, and I'm going to take you guys on a tour of all my peppers and all my other plants that I got going on. This right here is exciting. This is a determinate Roma. And the reason I say it's exciting is because determinate plants are supposed to die after they fruit and they put out all their harvests all at one time. So normally what I'm trying to say by that is this thing's supposed to flower all at once and put out all of its fruit all at once, and then it's supposed to die. And it's also supposed to be a dwarf plant, so it's not supposed to get more than 4 or 5 feet tall. I've cut this plant back probably 5 or 6 times. It's already produced well over 30 to 35 Roma tomatoes. And out of nowhere, guys, like I sprayed some copper fungicide on it because I was spraying that on all my tomato plants so I don't get blight, late blight this year. I sprayed this plant down, and a week later, the next thing I know, she is coming back to life. She has new flowers everywhere. She has new tomatoes everywhere. And Romas are a good saucing tomato. So I like to make, you know, spaghetti sauce with that. So, and the way I do it, I take all my tomatoes and I throw them all in the pot together, and that's just the way I do it. Over here, you'll see the beginning of my compost pile that I am making. That is a bunch of eggshells that I got from one of the local restaurants here in North Carolina. I will be picking those up probably every day from now on. I'm about to build a 5-foot by 5 feet tall little gate out of chicken wire, and I'm going to reinforce it with some steel rods, and I'm going to fill it up with dirt and eggshells. And next year, I plan on growing plants that are so massive, you just wouldn't believe it. I mean, you're not going to believe it. The calcium is a big deal in the plants, and there's a lot of things that didn't go right this year for me for my squash. I don't think I had enough calcium in the ground for the squash plants. They didn't do really well. Now, I do got that crooked neck squash that did well. It's producing still. 3 months later, but it went through a little bit of a problem before it got to that point. And like I said, I'm sorry about the mess out here, guys. I've been out here working, but I mean, as you can see, I have cucumbers still producing. This is the Boston picklers that are still producing. This is a piñata pepper plant. They produce these little purple peppers right here. This is a piñata. This is a Thai chili pepper plant right here. All right. We got another piñata pepper plant. And I think I'm going to do some research, but I'm pretty sure once they turn purple, they're ready for harvest. It's just like a jalapeno. Like once they get full size, you can pick them all off. And speaking of jalapenos, I just harvested all my jalapenos yesterday, except for a few small ones, because I am trying to trick my plant into producing some more flowers and possibly giving me one more good harvest before first frost. Because I'd like to have a bunch of jalapenos for my friends. They love them. This is a garden monster tomato plant. I'm trying to save it. It looks like it got blight. I mean, we've had a lot of rain, a lot of humidity. I've been trying to spray it down. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm just praying I can save it. I've saved all the other tomato plants this year. So look at that basil, guys. That basil came from Food Lion, and I saved it. It was a dying plant. It was completely dead when I bought it. I got it for 50 cents. I came home, I took it out of its pot. I took all the dirts off the root. I cleaned the roots off, and then I let them soak in peroxide water for about 30 minutes. Then I put it into a new pot. I put some new soil in there with some nutrients, and this bad boy has been flourishing ever since. Now, the rest of my basil, that's the son of a gun that's been eating my basil. I just got him, and y'all got to see that. It was a caterpillar. Those are bad news. You have to get those out of your garden. So I will be spraying some BT since I'm seeing freaking caterpillars now. Because this is my basil that I grew from seed all of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 different plants. I actually have another couple of plants out there near the acorn squash underneath that cardboard over there. And I planted that acorn squash to see if it's going to do anything. This is my personal handheld watermelons. They're called Georgia something. I lost the tag, but I do remember it was like Georgia something. I'm really not 100% sure. This tentacle is completely dried up almost, but it's not completely to there. So once it's all the way down, I might pick it, but I'm not sure. I don't think that thing is ready. We have another one right here. These are my heirloom tomatoes. I've been harvesting a lot off of these plants this season. Here's a Congo watermelon that is trying to get bigger, and we're hoping it still grows because we only got about a month and a half left, guys. So if this thing doesn't hurry up and get ready, we're not gonna have any watermelon if it doesn't hurry up. And see, it's not even nowhere near ready, and I'm wondering if this thing's even gonna get bigger. I don't know if it is, guys, to be honest with you. Like I said, this is my first time, and the container melons I've noticed don't get as big as the melons in the ground. This is a crimson sweet, and she is about, I'm gonna say about 10, 15 pounds. I really haven't measured it. I'm gonna say 15. It has gotten a lot bigger. These are 2 bush variety cucumber plants. And there are cucumbers in here, guys, but it's just, I mean, it's hard to see. I mean, you have to like go all the way. That one didn't make it. That one right there. Doesn't look like it made it anyways. I mean, they're in here, guys. Like I said, there's another one back there. I mean, they're getting ready. I'm not sure if I'll grow this one again because they didn't produce as much as I would have liked. It just didn't do really well. When I first planted these, they got sick. And I saved them, but like I said, they just didn't do what I thought they were gonna do. We have some cantaloupes coming up, but I don't know if that died or if it got pollinated. I know they turn lighter once they're pollinated. And we have cantaloupe right there, but I don't even know if we have enough time, guys. I planted these a little late. I don't know why. I didn't think I had enough room for them. There's the Japanese eggplants. Out there, come on, phone focus. And again, I'm sorry about that. That's my okra. And it is producing on every single plant, even the smaller plants. There we go. There we go, guys. Here you go. Check all that beautiful okra out. Look at that. Yes, sir. The Japanese eggplants. I have another one over here. These are some beans and some beets that I'm gonna plant if they're not already ruined. Looks like they got some type of disease already. I really wasn't taking care of those like I needed to. More cucumbers. They're in here, guys. You just gotta look for them. Acorn squash that's about to produce. This one's been struggling. I have to research squash next year. I didn't do good on the squash. My squash did not do good. So a lot of it was from the caterpillars. I didn't know about BT spray or anything else organic that would take care of caterpillars. There's the other crimson, and she's getting big. There's my Asian pear tomatoes. And I kind of just Okra here, okra there, okra over there. We got squash down here with more flowers coming in. This is a plant that I've been trying to save. I don't know if it's gonna work. I got my hot burrito peppers down here. Hot burritos everywhere. Five, 6, 7, 8, looks like 10. Tons of Asian pears. These are the honeycomb tomatoes. Asian pears. Asian pears. Well, let me show you. This is my favorite kind of cucumber plant. These suckers produce like crazy, man. This is called a straight 8 cucumber plant. And I just planted this not even a month ago, man. Like, I'm not even lying. Like in a month. And I have been cutting at least one 8 to 9 inch cucumber off of this thing every single day. There's 2 right there back to back. There's another one right there. There's 2 more right there that need to get bigger. There's another one right here. There's one right there, one right there. I mean, they're everywhere, man. This plant is loaded with cucumbers. So, I mean, I'm pretty happy about this guy. This guy did really good. These cherry tomatoes did really good. Like, they're big. And here's the carrots. I think I might even let these grow all winter long. Just being honest, guys. Probably gonna let them go all winter long. Alright, well, guys, I really appreciate you coming and checking out my little teeny tiny little homestead right here in the big city of Charlotte, North Carolina. I just want you guys to know that with one seed, man, you can make a difference. One seed. Just plant it. Watch it grow. Watch what happens. Watch the fulfillment that you get off of being able to produce and eat your own food. You know where it's coming from. You know what's in it. It tastes 10 times better than anything off the shelves in the stores. Not to mention, look, guys, these are my yellow peppers. Look at this. My yellow peppers. You are not going to get a pepper like that at the store that is fresh off the stem. Like when I'm ready to eat that thing, and I come and take these off right off the stem, I got peppers everywhere. Everywhere. See? These are green peppers. There's one. There's one. There's one over here. There's more over here. And plus, I've been eating off of this plant all season long. That one's been doing really well. I threw another cantaloupe up here for the hell of it, but I don't think it's gonna do anything. And this plant, particularly right here, matter of fact, both of these cucumber plants are about 6 months old now, maybe even longer. So it just goes to show you, if you actually take care of your plants, they'll live, man. With my cucumbers, my secret, straight up, was Daconil. Daconil saved my life with cucumbers. And I'm just doing what they say, spray once a week or once every 4 days. Pick off any leaves that are starting to show signs of stress or sickness or disease. And, you know, just keep spraying water I also give them Epsom salt water, 1 tablespoon per gallon of water, and I water my pepper plants and my cucumber plants with that. Also my Japanese eggplants, because they love it. And when I mean they love it, they love it. So, and here's another straight 8 that I'm trying to get to produce before it gets too late, but this thing looks like it's trying to get a disease and die. And we're gonna see if we can save it somehow. Here's another heirloom tomato plant. And also next year I will be buying the tomato support harnesses, because when you're growing these big heirloom tomatoes, if you don't get those nets to hold these tomatoes up, I've lost a lot of tomatoes just because the stems broke because they can't support the weight. Because these tomatoes get up to be, you know, they can get up to 2 pounds. I mean, they can really be 2 pounds a piece. Also with your big peppers, you're gonna wanna stake them and keep tying them down to stuff, because the bigger the stem gets, if you do not have it tied down to something or supported, once those peppers start to grow on that particular stem and it gets heavy enough, it will break your stem. So you won't have a pepper anyways. So you'll be doing all that work for nothing. So just guys, make sure you really pay attention to what you're doing and research. Research. It's my dill weed. I don't even know what kind of pepper plant that is. It ain't producing yet. But yeah, I mean, that's my little tiny garden. I had a whole bunch more stuff, corn and all that, but I already harvested it. Probably should have did a video, but oh well. But anyways, I'm Travis Bain. This is North Carolina Gardener, and once again, I appreciate you guys for just checking out my video. And like I said, just plant the seed and watch it grow. Anybody can grow anything, and the fulfillment and enjoyment that you will get out of having your own produce, your own vegetables, your own fruits, it's just a big deal. Like, you feel so accomplished by it. I really can't explain it, but just let's make a difference in this universe, and let's plant a seed and watch it grow. I mean, you know, we got to start eating healthier, guys. Like, these people are packing our fruits and vegetables full of steroids and hormones and this and that and that and this, and this stuff is not natural. It's not healthy. It's not supposed to be like that. That's why everything to me tastes the same. It all tastes like water. Maybe I'm wrong, but I mean, like, when I go get a you know, even a watermelon from the store nowadays, like, every once in a while I'll get lucky, but most of them just taste like water. No sugar, no sweetness, no nothing, just water. I mean, the tomatoes are the same way. They don't have the taste that my tomatoes have coming off these plants is unbelievable. That was a squash plant, a baby. Unbelievable. And I think I'm actually about to harvest all those pinata peppers, because I'm thinking they're done. And I want to give it more time to produce more peppers. So like, this one is just producing crazy amounts in there. There's gonna be like 100 pinata peppers, and I think I know why they call them pinatas. Check it out. You see how the leaves are? And then as you go down in there, you got to get down into the leaves to get to the good stuff. Kind of like the candies in the middle of the pinata, I guess. But the way it looks, I can't understand why they call it pinata. These bottom leaves, guys, go ahead and tear those off. It'll send more energy. What? Yes. To the top of your plant, which will produce more fruit for you. And these pepper plants right here are over 7 months old, and they're still producing. All right, guys, I'm Travis. Oh, look at the pollinator doing his job. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, my little working pollinator. That's what I'm talking about. This is Travis Bain at North Carolina Gardener, and I appreciate you guys checking everything out. And sorry about the mess in the yard. I've been out here working and spraying, and there's trash and stuff that I haven't picked up yet. But, you know, I'm a human being, so what can I say? So I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. I'm going to start making some more videos about how to do things. I'm also going to set up a seed shop online where I'm going to sell my seeds from my plants because they all produce very, very well. They're very healthy. It's a very good lifeline of seeds. Like, I mean, these seeds been around, especially this one right here. This seed's been around for like 200 years. It's an heirloom seed, so it's been passed down through generations and generations. So, I mean, I just like reproduction of plants, man. Like, it's just something that's, you know, when you plant a seed and you watch something grow. Like, look at these massive, and this is with nothing. But to me, this is massive. This is a massive chive, green onion, to me, which I've seen a lot bigger ones before. I've seen huge, like huge thick ones like this. I don't know how to do that, but I did grow some chives that you can cook with if you wanted to. See? Man, they smell good. I mean, they just smell good. They don't smell like the ones in the store. I have to chop that up and put it on my eggs. Right on top. These Q-tips is what I pollinate my okra plants with. And there she is, just a little spot of homestead, man. I mean, I live in the big city, but I wanted to eat fresh and I wanted to eat my own food. And so I did it. If I can do it, guys, anybody can do it. You guys have a good one. I'm out.